For years, Prince Andrew was treated as the royal scandal that simply would not disappear. But the latest wave of political criticism, public anger, and renewed debate about the future of the monarchy has pushed the conversation into territory that even seasoned royal commentators rarely expected to see. What once remained whispered behind palace walls is now being openly discussed in Parliament, across television panels, and throughout the British press. And for many royal observers, that shift may be more significant than any single allegation itself. Here on Royal Scope, one question now hangs over every royal discussion. What happens when public deference towards the monarchy begins to weaken? Because that, increasingly, appears to be the real anxiety surrounding the continuing fallout connected to Prince Andrew. The debate intensified after renewed scrutiny of Prince Andrew's role within the wider institution of the monarchy, particularly following years of controversy linked to his association with the late financier Jeffrey Epstein. Although Prince Andrew has repeatedly denied wrongdoing and settled a civil case in the United States without admitting liability, the reputational damage has never fully faded. His disastrous 2019 Newsnight interview with Emily Maitlis remains one of the defining royal media moments of recent decades, triggering widespread criticism and ultimately leading to his withdrawal from public royal duties. Now, however, the conversation appears to be evolving beyond Prince Andrew himself. Some politicians and commentators have begun openly questioning the broader culture of privilege surrounding the monarchy. That is where the situation becomes especially sensitive for King Charles III and Prince William. Royal historians often point out that monarchy relies not only on constitutional structures, but also on public respect, symbolism, and a degree of mystique. Once those protections weaken, scrutiny naturally expands. Several recent media discussions have focused on whether calls for greater transparency could eventually reach other areas of royal life, including finances, security arrangements, private travel, and the role of non-working royals. Critics argue that public funding justifies deeper accountability. Supporters of the monarchy, meanwhile, warn that endless institutional attacks risk undermining one of Britain's most recognizable national symbols. Importantly, much of the more dramatic speculation circulating online remains exactly that, speculation. There is currently no confirmed government plan to remove Prince Andrew from the line of succession, despite periodic political commentary on the issue. Under British constitutional law, such a move would require significant parliamentary action and would almost certainly become a major national debate. Royal commentators have noted that while public frustration exists, constitutional changes involving the monarchy are rarely simple or immediate. The timing of these conversations has also drawn attention. Some observers question why politicians were escalating rhetoric while legal and investigative matters connected to Prince Andrew continue to attract media scrutiny. Others argue that the monarchy can no longer rely on silence or distance to contain reputational crises in the modern media era. What makes the moment particularly difficult for Buckingham Palace is that Prince Andrew's image problems are no longer confined solely to the Epstein controversy. Over recent years, newspapers, documentaries, and royal books have revisited allegations about his behavior, lifestyle, and treatment of staff. While many of those claims are unrelated to criminal accusations, together they have contributed to a wider public perception of entitlement, precisely the type of narrative modern monarchies struggle to manage. And that creates a larger dilemma for the institution itself. Because once public debate shifts from one individual to broader questions about privilege, wealth, and royal protection, it inevitably invites comparisons across the entire family. Critics begin asking why royals travel privately, how estates are funded, and whether inherited status still fits comfortably within 21st century Britain. Palace officials rarely respond directly to such debates, but internally, they are undoubtedly aware of the risks. At the same time, polling on support for the monarchy remains complicated. Surveys fluctuate significantly depending on current events, media coverage, and generational differences. While some polls have shown declining enthusiasm among younger voters, Britain still retains a substantial base of support for the monarchy overall. Crucially, many members of the public appear to separate Prince Andrew from senior working royals such as King Charles, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Prince William. That distinction may ultimately determine whether this period becomes a temporary reputational crisis or something more structurally damaging? The monarchy survived the abdication crisis of abdication of Edward VIII, the turbulence following the death of Diana, Princess of Wales, and years of intense scrutiny during the modern tabloid era. But today's media landscape moves faster, reacts louder, and offers far less protection through tradition alone. If you've been following the ongoing royal debates, let us know your thoughts below. Do you believe the monarchy can fully move beyond the Prince Andrew controversy, or has public trust been permanently altered? And if you're enjoying Royal Scope, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth royal analysis every week. For now, Buckingham Palace appears committed to the same strategy it has relied on repeatedly during moments of crisis: maintain stability, minimize reaction, and allow time to cool public anger. But the deeper question remains unresolved. In an age demanding transparency from every institution, can the British monarchy preserve the mystery and distance that once protected it? Or is that era slowly coming to an end?